This next song, Michael and Linda saw Wayne Newton do this song live in Vegas. A song called Daddy, Don't You Walk So Fast. It goes out to you, Bobish, my dad. That's my dad. The love between the two of us was dying, and it got so bad I knew I had to leave. But halfway down that highway, when I turned around, I saw my little daughter running after me, crying, Daddy, don't you work so fast. Daddy, don't you work so fast. Daddy, slow down some, 'cause you're making me run. Daddy, don't you work so fast. Well, it broke my heart to tell my little daughter that her daddy had to run and catch a train. She had no way of knowing I was leaving home for good. I turned around and there she was again. And she said to me, Daddy, don't you work so fast. My daughter cried, Daddy, don't you work so fast. Daddy, slow down some, 'cause you're making me run. Daddy, don't you work so fast. If only for the sake of my sweet daughter, I just had to turn back home right there and then, and try to start a new life with the mother of my child. I couldn't bear to hear those words again. And she cried and said, Daddy, don't you work so fast. My daughter cried, Daddy, don't you work so fast. Daddy, slow down some, 'cause you're making me run. Daddy, don't you work so fast. My daughter cried, Daddy, don't you work so fast. Daddy, slow down some, 'cause you're making me run. Daddy, don't you work so fast. Thank you, everybody. Thank you. Thank you so much. Appreciate it. We've got a special treat for you. Where's Mike?
Ladies and gentlemen, Billy Fisher. Let's hear it for Billy Fisher.
Oh, thank you, folks. All right, that's my family standing up back there. Thank you. Thank you.
You know, you can hear Billy Fisher at Triv's Restaurant in Strongsville,
Next Thursday.
next to Borders, across from the South Park Mall. And if you mention my name, you order an entree, you get a free order of calamari. My son Michael owns Triv's Restaurant in Strongsville. Michael, stand up, Michael.
Michael!
Stand up and wave. Basically runs the foundation for me. Michelle, stand up and take a bow. And my son Anthony, where's he at? He's smoking. He'll be back. Where is he at? There he is, my son Anthony. All right, what we're going to do right now, real quick, before we bring out Big Chuck and Little John, is I'm going to bring out Roger Green from the Hilton Garden Inn in Twinsburg, okay? Roger? Oh, Roger. Oh, Roger.
And one more.
Dennis Lewin on the piano. Roger, there must have been a complaint in the house somewhere. I've met a lot of people in my life, and I truly mean this, okay? Because of my occupation, because of I'm not saying that to brag, I've met a lot of people in my life. If I've met a better person than this man standing to my left, I can't remember. This could be the greatest guy I've ever met in my life. Please, a big round of applause for Roger Green. We're going to present a check here in just a second because of you out there, but because of this man also and his staff. We are able to donate. And could we bring Mark Kotler up here from University Hospital, please? Can we get Roger and can we get Joe? Can we get Roger and Mark the microphone? Come on up, Mark. Mark Kotler from University Hospital. We need one more microphone out here for both, so they both can have a microphone. Because of Roger Green and the Hilton Garden Inn in Twinsburg, we are able to donate about 90% of what we take into the foundation. And I think Mark Kotler will tell you that is remarkable for a charity function. So first, before we do that, give yourself a round of applause, okay? I met Roger about 8-9 years ago. The band Chance and Shout were playing here at a function, and I came to attend it. And I started talking with Roger. I said, man, we should do something for Coats for Kids. And Jeff Zukakis, who works with our radio station, said, that's a great idea, Triv. And that's how the whole thing started. And what Roger does for this foundation is amazing, okay? Big hand for Roger Green, please. I'm not going to knock other charity events, but some other charity events, you're lucky if 25% of the money goes to charity. Here, 90% of your money is going to charity. 90%. And your raffle money is 100% is going to charity. All right, Roger, it's tell them what we raised tonight. This is just ticket sales.
Well, before we do that, I'd like to also thank all of you for coming. And like Mike said, you know, this has been a relationship that started with a handshake 8 years ago when he thought about doing something. And, you know, over the years, we've done a lot of good for a lot of people and a lot of kids. And now certainly for Linda, who I've met and shared a lot of time with, this is very special. And, you know, we're all touched by cancer in our families, in our lives. And what we're doing and what all you guys have done to come to this event is very special. Two little things, if I may just add, that we have a company that's here that does a lot of business with us, and they booked their group late, and we had the sellout here in the hotel as well. So we have to move them out of the hotel tomorrow, and they're very gracious to do that to another hotel in the area. And they know what's going on here, and they were all sitting out in the lobby or having a good time, and they took a donation, and Mike, they added another $150 to the kitty. And then we had a couple servers here that are very touched by cancer, and a couple of them tonight, you know, the hourly team members, I am paying them, and they are donating all their wages to the charity as well, Mike. But to all of our management team who's put a tremendous amount of time and enjoyed doing it too. And really, because of all you guys, we're able to present this check paid at the order of the Linda Trivisonno Endowment Fund. Mark, you want to give me a hand here? We'll turn it around for $70,690. So thank you all, and may we have helped some families that are struggling right now because of medical bills and all the troubles that go around with this dreaded disease. So God bless all of you. Thanks.
Thank you, Robert. Thanks to Hilton Garden, and thanks to everyone here. This is a wonderful event. It's done a tremendous amount in a short period of time for some families at the Seidman Cancer Center that are really in need. And so, again, as Mike said, this is really extraordinary for an event to actually have that much of the net proceeds come back to the charity, and it's because of Roger and the dedication of his staff and his organization to make that happen. So again, I want to thank everyone here for attending, but thank Roger most especially for that.
Thank you very much for participating tonight. Thank you. You know, I know Shirley don't want to make this a downer, but I think cancer has affected a lot of families that are even in this room tonight. And I think cancer, because of the rotten disease it is, will affect even more families. I don't want to malign anybody, but it's just the way of life. And whatever we can do, okay? And thank you very much for your participation. Thank you. I watched a lot of people die from cancer, and it's not a pretty sight. It eats you up inside. And what's really, I remember watching my father die from cancer, and to this day, my father died 25 years ago from cancer. And I'll never forget it. I mean, and maybe somebody out there can relate to this. And I feel so guilty even to this day, because I remember at the end, I was praying that my father would die because how the cancer just ate his body away. My father was about 225 pounds, solid as a rock, and he was always there for me. In fact, probably if it wasn't for my mother and father, I wouldn't be standing here today, because they stood by me because I was a rotten, no good kid. And I always remember, I always have this thought in my head, and I just can't get it out of my head, that I actually prayed one night for my father to die. And I think if anybody's been affected by cancer, they can relate to what I'm saying. It's just a brutal friggin' disease. It really is. And hopefully someday we'll find a cure for it, hopefully.